Okay, we're back. Homebrew reviews with Alchemist. Back in the house after a couple of months off. Mainly because nobody sent me any beer mail. But I can't fault them really because I hadn't sent anybody beer mail either. I'm back with a beer that's been sent by my brother from another mother. One of the guys that I do the Hop Edition podcast with, Mr. Owen Puckett, has sent me a triple fruited Gose I. Now, strap in, ladies and gents, because this one might get a little weird. For those of you who don't know, the Gose I is a sour style of beer, which is salted as well. I'm not sure that I really like salty beers. The only examples of Goses I've had previously, I've not really liked all that much, but this one is triple fruited, 3.5%, and I told Owen I'd give it a go. He says it's not overly salty, which, you know, that works for me. Let's see how it goes, shall we? Let's crack this one open. So, it's definitely sour. I can smell the lactic on the nose. Apologies for that. The camera just fell over. So, I shall continue pouring this beer with a rather amazing coloration on it. Right. So, there we go. It looks like a beauty, this does. Let's stick a light behind it. What do you reckon to that one? I think that's really nice. Beautiful coloration. Not entirely unreminiscent of pineapple juice or some kind of tropical fruit juice. Now, you can't really make this one out because the lighting in here is not great. But the carbonation is banging. It's well carbonated. I'm getting a lot of that sour tang on the nose. It's got a fluffy white head that's in, well, not fluffy, but it's got a white head. It's sitting there, it's staying there, it's not going away. Lots and lots of carbonation in this one. I'm picking up some lactic notes on the nose. I'm picking up quite a lot of fruit character. I'm picking up that sourness. This is where it's going to go a bit strange. So as per normal for my reviews, I've only drank water for the last hour. I've not vaped, which explains why I'm a bit cranky. And I'm going to go straight on this one with a fresh, clean, cleansed palate and see where we end up. Okay. It's not as salty as other Goses that I've had. It's not as sour as other Goses that I've had. There's quite a lot of lactic coming through on this. This is quite a heavy lactic sour. I'm getting that faint on the exhale through your nose. I'm getting that faint aroma, which I hate to say this, Owen, but it always reminds me of baby puke. That kind of distinct lactic tang. I'm not getting a huge amount of fruit. I'm really not. No. I'm getting a lot of lactic. I'm getting a very small amount of biscuit. Like that biscuit cracker type. You know, the Pilsner kind of flavour. I'll be honest, I couldn't tell you what the fruit is in this. I'm not getting anything. Nothing distinct. There's an overtone of fruit there, but the sourness is almost hiding that from my palate a little. I'm not getting any off flavours. I'm not getting any diacetyl. I'm not getting any DMS at all. I want to say there's mango in this. There's like that creamy mango kind of thing going off. More on the front of your palate, because the lactic, the sour, is kind of taking over everything. It's not an unpleasant beer by any stretch of the imagination, this one. It's not in your face, super salty. It's not unpleasant. It's just a little, I don't know, I just feel it's a little muddled. It's definitely a Gose. It's definitely a sour beer. But as far as being able to pick anything out that's distinct, I'm really struggling. I'm getting virtually zero hop sort of flavour or aroma. I'm not really getting anything in the way of bitterness, but with Goses you tend not to do that because the salt is a direct contradiction with the flavour profile of the bitterness. So if you want a beer to be less bitter, just literally put a tiny little pinch of salt in and it'll get rid of a lot of the bitterness for you. For a triple fruited Gose, I was expecting more in the way of fruit. And I have to say I'm struggling to discern any kind of fruit. I think I'm getting mango. I want to say there's some sort of citrus in here. Maybe lime. Maybe lemon. I'm getting that tang, but that might just be the sour. I'm getting almost a tang of citrus. Possibly passion fruit. Mango and passion fruit, maybe. Possibly peach. I'm getting something, but it's amalgamated and melded together into this single flavour, into this single unique flavour. There's nothing distinct, but I am almost getting a citrus note. But as I say, that might just be the sour mixed with the fruit. I don't know. It's a good beer. It's just the flavour profile within it's a little bit muddled. It's confused, and it's confusing my palate. There's not a huge amount of salt. There, you can definitely tell there's some salt, but it's not like in your face salty. There's definitely fruit, but it's not distinct. I'm getting the malt, I'm getting that, but even that is kind of mixed up with the rest of the flavour. It's really difficult to separate everything out of this beer. I'm really struggling to get any kind of a reasonable, separation to see basically where we're going with this one. It's a complicated flavour profile, which I don't think is very easy to read at all. There's definitely fruit in there. I'm reasonably confident on mango. I'm reasonably confident on some form of citrus. And peach, passion fruit, I'm getting that kind of vibe. But the lactic in this, the sourness is really... I'd be interested to know what pH this finished at, because the lactic is quite pronounced. But it's a decent beer. You know, it's a good beer. The colour on it's amazing. The head's still there. The head's still sticking around. It's actually got thicker. So the carbonation's definitely on point. I'm getting more fruit towards the bottom of the bottle. Towards the bottom of the glass. But even now that the fruit is more front and centre, I couldn't tell you with 100% certainty what the fruit is in this. It's a lovely fruited beer, but if you asked me to identify the fruits, I couldn't be 100% on this. There's other beers where you drink them and it's like it's in your face. You know it's mango, you know it's passion fruit, you know it's apricot, you know it's raspberries, you know it's strawberries. With this, it's much more difficult to discern. It's a nice beer though. Well carbonated. It's very drying in the mouth. Quite dry beer. Yeah, I like it. I'd drink it again. But don't ask me to tell you what fruit's in it. You know, honestly, I don't think I could. I really don't think I could. It's a nice beer, but yeah, that lactic's quite overwhelming, and I'm getting more of the salt as I get to the bottom of the glass. Nice beer, great beer, lovely beer, very well made beer, zero off flavours, zero problems, well aged, but I couldn't tell you exactly what's in it. It's a lovely fruited beer, a lovely fruited sour beer, but I couldn't honestly tell you exactly what fruit are in it. Would I drink it again? Yeah, absolutely I would. I'd love the recipe off Owen, because I think that personally, if I was going to make a beer of this particular style, there's a couple of tweaks I'd make to the fruit, and I'd have fruits which were complementary but also different, because I think that the fruits that have been put in it, they're definitely forming a single flavour and making it quite difficult to separate them out on your palate. A lovely beer, Owen. Very, very, very well made. I like it. I do. But the fruit is... Now that I'm down at the bottom, now that I've had a few sips of the sourness, the lactic flavour's virtually gone away. And the fruit's coming in more, but as you can see, I'm right at the bottom of the glass. Yeah, I like it. I'd love a recipe. But I couldn't tell you for sure what's in it. Very nice beer though. Thanks very much, Owen. Thanks for sending this to me. I hope you enjoyed the ones I sent to you. There's a couple more coming in about a week and a half's time, mate. So stay in there, bruv. Stay in there. You might even be able to do a review back for me. What do you reckon? Other than that, thanks for watching the channel. I know it's been a while since I've put out any content. I apologise for that. I need to do a tasting video for a couple of beers that I've done myself. I'm probably not going to do them tonight. We've got some very important visitors in at work. So I'm just doing this one. Going to do a bit of an edit. Going to get this one up tonight. Thanks for joining me. And I hope that you are enjoying the content that I'm putting out. I'd put out a lot more content if I got more beer mail. I don't want to start doing commercial stuff. I'd rather stick to doing homebrewed beer from my fellow brewers, so that we can promote each other and we can get honest and genuine feedback with the beers that we're making. So thanks very much for watching. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, don't bother. I've just burped now and I've got a nose full of fruit flavours. Lovely beer. Thanks very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will catch you on the next one. Alchemist out.